are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, Morrison. And he's going to take this one down inside the ferry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Morrison, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Now it's Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They get their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Freeman again. Bulldozes past him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Freeman, touchdown, Baltimore.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On 1st down, Morrison. And some room to work. Touchdown, LA! Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big play ability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson from the shotgun. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
On second down now. It's Morrison. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Morrison about 3 yards there to the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now again, right side. It's Morrison. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on 1st down. Morrison. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. now. 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Morrison. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
He was brought down by Michael Davis.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore 1st. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or really something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 on a Charger TD. Bonus Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They're going to pass here with Herbert out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jackson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows?
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis.
And with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 48, Ravens 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game, it's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing it coming from Jordan right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.